Hi everybody, today's our topic is about Rowlatt Act. What is Rowlatt Act? An act passed by the British government in 1919, and the act gave the government enormous power to repress political activities and allowed detention of political prisoners for 2 years without trial. So what is in simple way, how we can tell what is Rowlatt Act? An act passed by British government. On the basis of this act, they can arrest any person and put into prison without trial for 2 years. Anyway, this act is known as Rowlatt Act. After passing this act, Gandhiji decided to launch a nationwide satyagraha against Rowlatt Act. So what happened? Gandhiji decided to start a nationwide satyagraha against Rowlatt Act. And he started a hartal on 6th April. Decided to start a hartal on 6th April. Okay, on 6th April decided to start hartal. As a part of hartal, rallies were organized in various cities. Workers went on strike and many shops were closed. So after what happened after Rowlatt Act, as a part of strikes, many area workers they started strike, many cities they organized rallies and many shops were closed, and the Britishers they also decided to clamp down the nationalists, or they also decided to suppress the strike or the movement started by Gandhiji, or the satyagraha started by Gandhiji, and they arrested Britishers, they arrested many of the leaders, many of the important leaders were arrested. And they arrested two important leaders, Dr. Satyapal and Saifuddin Kichlu. Dr. Satyapal and Saifuddin Kichlu, two important leaders were arrested. Anyway, to arrest these leaders, to protest against the arrest of these leaders and to see Vaishagi festival, people gathered in Jallianwala Bagh on 13th April 1919. 13th April 1919. Okay, people gathered in Jallianwala Bagh for what? To protest against the arrest of two important leaders. Ma'am already told you, Dr. Satyapal and Saifuddin Kichlu, to protest against the arrest of these two leaders and to see Vaishagi festival. People gathered in the Jallianwala Bagh. And what is the speciality of Jallianwala Bagh? It is a big ground, okay, and this ground only had one exit. It was closed, and General Dyer commanded his troops to shoot on the innocent people. Many people gathered in the Bagh, and General Dyer he ordered to shoot on these innocent people. Many people were killed, many were injured. This brutal massacre done by Britishers is known as Jallianwala Bagh massacre, one of the greatest brutal massacre done by the Britishers against India. Anyway, this massacre is known as Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So after Jallianwala Bagh massacre, what happened? The news that spread all different parts of India. The news of Jallianwala Bagh massacre, it spread different parts of India, and the crowd became angry, and they took to the street in many North Indian towns, and there were strikes, clashes with the police, attacks on buildings, etc. Government buildings were attacked, and government also responded with brutal repression. They also responded with a brutal repression. So many of the satyagrahis, they were forced to rub their noses on the ground. They were forced to rub their noses on the ground. They crawl on the street, and many of the satyagrahis, they were asked to salute to the Sahib, okay, asked to salute to the Sahib, and many areas were bombed. So the situation became, violence spread different parts of India. Violence spread different parts of India. So Gandhiji decided to call off the movement started, Satyagraha movement started against Rowlatt Act. So the Satyagraha movement started by Gandhiji against Rowlatt Act. What happened? It became violent. So Gandhiji decided to call off the Satyagraha against Rowlatt Act. Now Gandhiji felt that the need of a broad-based movement in India, and he realized that such type of movement, before starting such type of movement, Hindus and Muslims must be united together. Then only this type of movement would have any effect. So Gandhiji took one way for this. It was to take up the Khilafat issue. Now we are going to study about what is Khilafat issue. Okay, Khilafat issue. So after the First World War happened, ma'am already told you, 1914 to 1918. After the First World War, what happened? The First World War ended with the defeat of Ottoman Turkey. It was ended with the defeat of Ottoman Turkey, and a rumor was spread the Britishers was going to impose harsh treaty on Khalifa, the Ottoman Emperor. Khalifa, the spiritual head of Islamic world. So what ma'am told the children? There were a rumor spread that a Britishers was going to impose a peace treaty on Khalifa, or a peace treaty was going to impose on Ottoman Emperor Khalifa, the spiritual head of Islamic world, the spiritual head of the Islamic world. So what happened? To defend the Khalifa's temporal power, a Khilafat committee was set up. A Khilafat committee was formed in Bombay, in March 1990. Bombay in March 1990. It was led by two young leaders called Ali brothers, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. So these are the two important leaders related with the Khilafat movement. Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. Anyway, the movement, a Khilafat movement or Khilafat committee was formed in Bombay in March 1919. After that, Gandhiji understood it was a good opportunity to bring Hindus and Muslims under the umbrella of a unified national movement. So Gandhiji, along with the Khilafat movement, Gandhiji decided to start non-cooperation movement. So along with the Khilafat movement, Gandhiji decided to start non-cooperation movement. After that, an international Congress session was held at Kolkata in September 1920. In September 1920, an international Congress session where it was held Kolkata. Okay, it was held at Kolkata, and in this session Gandhiji convinced the other leaders for the need for non-cooperation movement to support Khilafat issue. So what ma'am told is clear. An Indian National Congress session was held in Kolkata in September 1920. In this session, what happened? Gandhiji convinced the other leaders to start or the need of non-cooperation movement to support Khilafat issue. Our next topic is about non-cooperation. Why non-cooperation movement started by Gandhi, or why non-cooperation? Now we can look Gandhi's book. Okay, an important book written by Gandhi, Hind Swaraj. So question will come, who wrote Hind Swaraj? Hind Swaraj is a book written by Gandhiji. Hind Swaraj, written by Mahatma Gandhi. So in his book Hind Swaraj, Gandhiji declared that British rule was established in India with the cooperation of Indians. So what he declared in his book Hind Swaraj? British government or British rule was established in India. How? It with the cooperation of Indians, and they are surviving in India. Why they are surviving in India? That also only because of our cooperation. So if we are not ready to cooperate, or if we are refused to cooperate, then what will happen? Their rule will end in India, and Swaraj would come. So Gandhiji declared in his book Hind Swaraj. So what ma'am told is clear, I think. Okay. As a part of non-cooperation movement, Gandhiji decided to start some programs. So first one, it would begin with the surrender of all the titles given by the government or awarded by the government. So first one, what ma'am told, it was begun, okay, by surrendering all the titles, surrender all the titles awarded by the British government. Then after, next step, boycott of all the British made items, civil services, police station, army, courts and legislative councils, schools, foreign goods, etc. So second one, boycott. Okay, first one, surrender of all the titles awarded by the Britishers. Second one, boycotts. Okay, so as a part of boycotts, whatever the things they decided to boycott of civil service, army, police, court, legislative council, schools, then foreign goods, everything decided to boycott. Gandhiji argued that in case government took any repression, then what they will do? They will launch a mass civil disobedience campaign all over India. And in 1920, Gandhiji along with Shaukat Ali, they travelled different parts of India and they mobilized the support. Anyway children, many people or many leaders within the Congress, they were reluctant to boycott council election that was scheduled on November 1920, and many of them, they were refused to boycott council election, and they feared that sometime the movement became popular violence. So many people supported non-cooperation movement and many people opposed the movement. After that, many discussion going on, many meeting going on, finally they decided to launch non-cooperation movement at the session, Indian National Congress session at Nagpur in 1920, December 1920, non-cooperation program was adopted. So finally, in which session of Indian National Congress? 1920, okay, December, Indian National Congress session held at Nagpur. In this Congress session, what was decided? It was decided to adopt the non-cooperation program. So one more year ma'am told, one more International Congress session I told, 1920 September, okay, International Congress session held at Calcutta. In this session, what decided? It was decided, okay, that Gandhiji, in that session, Gandhiji convinced other leaders for the need of non-cooperation movement to support Khilafat movement. But in 1920 December, that International Congress session held at Nagpur decided to adopt non-cooperation movement. So I think you understood. Anyway, which are the main point today we studied? We studied about Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Khilafat issue and non-cooperation movement just we started. I think today's topic is clear to you. If you have any doubt, ask me. We will meet in the next class.